Hi, my name is Cindi Rang.
And I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Good morning.
Hello.
So we're all rested because we were up at the cabin. And
You can't do anything but watch babies.
watch babies and eat s'mores.
Yes.
I don't know what it is about the cabin that makes me so sleepy, though.
I know. Nap time cannot come soon enough every day.
I know. It's the funniest thing that there's something about, I think, the quiet and the fresh air and being outside. There's something about it that I'm just... And I think that we don't recognize what relaxed feels like.
That's true.
That's what I think it is. I think it's when there's no cell service, there's no internet, there's no television, there's no anything. You have to just chill.
Yep.
And so I think that our body doesn't understand what's happening.
No.
It's like comatose. So the only thing that we do, play with babies. We go on lots of walks and play pinochle.
Yep.
And burning question. Did you look it up?
I couldn't find it. But I did ask
Ha!
my co-partners. No.
They're right.
They are not right.
They are.
Here's the
Let me leave
question.
this up to you.
No.
These-
My version.
These
My
people,
version
I know,
of this story.
the older couple that we play cards with, taught me and Robert and Jordan, Brittany,
All
and
of our
Jared and
kids.
Crystal how to play pinochle.
How to play pinochle.
We know no other people that play pinochle. His parents do not. None of our friends wanted to learn how to play pinochle. Nobody else we play pinochle with. And Robert is the only one, and Brittany occasionally will keep score because I don't do math. And there's a whole lot of numbers and subtracting.
But
and no.
typically, I keep score.
Yes.
I always keep
So-
score because I can count.
The
I
math,
know how to keep
the
score.
math doesn't add up in this situation.
Here's what happened.
Mom was
Here's
losing.
what
That
no.
was the problem.
Oh, no, we did win. We always win. So here's what happened. Here's what happened was that we had schooled them multiple times.
Yeah,
I
we
think
lost
this
every
was
single game.
Every single game. And I think this was like the last one. And I think that the score was like 700 to like 150.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Somewhere in there. And then what had happened was
Mom overbid.
I overbid.
They couldn't do it.
I overplanned on what Pa could send me.
4 jacks wasn't it?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, him and his jacks. I don't even know. Anyway, I went set. Now, oftentimes, we have like a backup plan. And this is what I think happens, is that we almost never, if you think about it, we almost never just throw it in and go, oh, I'm not even going to try. It just almost never happens. I mean, I can't even think of the last time. Normally, it's like, well, let's just try it and see what happens.
Well, and her and Dad don't
Or-
hardly ever do that because
No, we
they're
don't.
seasoned pinochle players.
Yes, we understand.
It's on young bucks who do it all the time.
Yes. And the other thing that happens is we will then have an alternative plan and we shoot the moon or whatever you might call it, whatever you guys call it. Well, anyway, this particular time, there was no way. I mean, absolutely no way. I wasn't going to make it. So, and they had melded like 150 points. And so I said, well, there's absolutely no way. And then Robert says, well, that's okay. If you go back, you're 350 or whatever it was, and we go up 150. And I said, no, you don't get your meld if we don't play it out. Hold the phone.
Yeah.
So they are thinking
We don't
that
play
that's
that way.
wrong. It's like, we do play that way. That is how you score. You have to take a trick in order to get your
And
meld.
then there's Pa, who's like,
had a few too many brewskis, so he really cannot be responsible for what he says. And he has never once in his life kept score.
he's not, well, I know that. But he also, why do Robert and I have to get penalized for your bad judgments?
I get penalized more than you. You simply do not go ahead. But you don't go in the hole. I went in the hole. Which, by the way, we still won.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Moral of the
I'm
story.
just saying. So it's funny because we sat there for like 5 minutes going, well, that's not right. It is right. That's what's right. If we don't play it out and you don't take a trick, you don't get those points that you melded. 9s save themselves. You get your 9, but that's all you get. And the other funny thing is, and I said, well, remember, like, if you don't take a trick, you don't get to keep your meld. If we play it all out. And then, so that all made sense, but they were certain that I was wrong, and it's like, that's okay.
And we asked Jordan
By the
Brittany,
time
and we asked them very just generic. And we even added, so you know when you guys bid, And you guys can't do it because Jordan does not send you his cards because he wants to keep his meld and he doesn't pass you the Queen of Diamonds or whatever it is because he wants to keep his queens. When you fold your hand before you play it, because there's no way you can play it, does everybody keep the meld? You know, does people keep your meld or do we just fold it in and we redeal? And they agreed with us.
They were also wrong that you do not get to keep your meld. So I said to her,
I
when
couldn't
you get
find
home,
it anywhere.
Find somebody,
So,
best friend Deb.
We looked.
Find somebody who plays Pinochle.
We even
and
looked
call
on
them.
Bicycle or whatever, whoever makes the cards. They don't say anything about if you don't bid correctly and you have to fold your hand before you play it out. No, there was never that little, oh, and by the way.
What happens to the rest of the meld?
Yeah. There was no, like, in play.
All right, all of you guys out there.
How do you play?
That play Pinochle, tell the babies that you don't. I am not wrong.
It's okay.
I was willing to bet any amount. Any amount.
It was 2 against 1.
I haven't even looked it up yet. I haven't even
We tried.
asked the
But
A word.
We tried, but it wasn't even part of that. If you as the bidder have overbid and you choose not to play out your hand, there was nothing like that. They kept talking about D's. I spelled D-I-X. I was super confused.
DIX, that's a dice.
No, they were in the Pinochle rules. As an optional player. Super bird.
I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know
so
that
those of you guys who play Pinochle.
All right, let her know.
How
Say,
do
Brianna,
you guys do
you
it?
don't get your melt. Brianna, you don't get your melt.
If you
Brianna,
overbid,
nines save themselves.
and we've already counted all the meld up, and you decide to
I
fold
go in the
it.
hole, my amount that I've bid, you only get the dicks. Oh, 10. You're 10 points for your 9. Because
No,
nines
because
save
that-
themselves.
I know 9 was in there, but it wasn't part of that
I don't
thing.
know.
I looked on Bicycle and they didn't have it.
Well, anyway, I would
Let
not.
us know.
Alexa.
I just find it odd. We only
Would
play
know.
with you guys.
I know, which is why I would not steer you wrong. And here's what happened: I gave them their 140 points because
still lost.
you know the game, and they still lost.
It wasn't the safest anyways. Robert was just
Anyway,
killing
our
it in the
friends
wrong way.
Are going to send you some messages. Anna. I said, the end. I said, well, when we get back into civilization and you can Google it, I will bet
They don't talk
anybody
about it.
any amount of
They don't
money.
talk about someone bidding too high.
You know, well, I'm sure it happens.
I told her I was going to go to the senior center. They do Tuesday Pinochle days. Oh, no, that's because Noni does it. Noni does it. Because when we were doing something, we were talking about cards or whatever, and Noni asked what cards we play, and she was like super surprised.
That we played Pinochle.
Pinochle. Yeah. And they do it like every Thursday, or used to.
We love
every
Pinochle.
Thursday or Tuesday.
Pinochle
whatever.
is synonymous with the cabin. We always, and we get to go in, and sometimes it's cutthroat, sometimes it's six-handed.
Sometimes it's
whatever.
tequila shots. Yeah.
Gets loud because Rangs are known for their competitiveness.
And there's Jordan and Brittany.
And then there's Jordan. Yeah,
They're just throwing the kink
They
in
just
there.
play.
No.
They bleed.
There's Jordan.
There's Jordan. And then there's Jordan. Brittany does play to win. Jordan just doesn't. Yeah, Jordan doesn't play to win.
Jordan
We
just-
think it's because he can't win.
Let's take this one.
What about a jack? Wait, don't you still have Trump? Oh, yeah. Anyway, that was our trip to the cabin. There was another really fun thing that I feel like we just have to share. I did get a video of it, but I don't know if we'll add it to the end or not, but it was hilarious. So Orion we went on a walk.
Oh, yeah.
And Orion found a tree that had broken off, but it looked like it was cut by a beaver. And he says, look, a beaver cut it down. A beaver cut it down. And so he said, Justin Bieber? Yeah, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber cut it down. And he used his big teats.
That was so funny.
Really? Teats? Yeah. His teats.
His teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor honey. I liked
He couldn't figure out why we kept making him repeat it.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber cut it down with his teeth.
So he would just start saying it louder, like we couldn't hear him. It was
Justin
hilarious.
Bieber. So yeah, TMZ is gonna want to know about
Yeah.
that. Yes. So, all right. Anyway, so we're back from the cabin, and I have to say that I did not have an opportunity yet, because we got home kind of late yet. I didn't have an opportunity yet to look at all of my emails. You never look at your emails, so you don't even know what you're missing
I kind of looked through
on.
them.
I hope you guys email info@fabricpatch.net. Tracy is constant, and
she's
Deb,
really good at it.
check those a lot. So if there's something urgent, but I think people are less and less knowing that. They don't email Brianna at fabricpatch.net. Nothing gonna happen. No. I'm pretty good.
The funny
once
thing
I
is,
get
my
caught up.
phone, I feel like, doesn't give me all my emails.
You have to hit notifications to tell it, which mine doesn't either.
Well, I mean, it doesn't beep at me when I get a new email. But, I mean, because I did open up my emails and look through them yesterday, but I feel like on my phone, I don't see them all. I
It's
see
because
so much
you
of
get
the
all
junk.
of the promotions.
Yeah.
And on your computer, it separates them.
Yeah. So when I get onto my computer, I can usually weed through all of the weirdness, but...
Well, we'll find some of your notes. And I wanted to say one thing is that I had messaged somebody back. Who the heck was it? I thought I might have written it down. There was somebody that had asked me what was the special project pouches that I really liked. And I said, oh, watch on Wednesday and I'll show you. I forgot all of them at home. And so I won't have them this Wednesday. But maybe I'll bring them for a Friday box opening.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I'll bring them and let you guys see them. Or do maybe a little separate trunk show of project pouches and bags. We have a lot of bags. We that's what we should do. We should do a bag trunk show. We are addicted to bags. The thing about bags is that if you like fabric and you like quilts and maybe you love fabric and you don't have time to make a quilt, making a bag, super simple, great gift, easy thing. So we make lots and lots of bags. And the other thing is I wasn't sure which one you were talking about because I have a whole bunch of favorites. So that's what we'll do, because last Sunday, 3 days ago, was our first installment of Trunk Show Shop Tour number 1. We think we can make it through the shop in about 4, maybe. And then we're going to go out and do the retreat center, because out there, I think there's over 150 quilts out there total. So some there's patterns, some are antique. They're just fun to see. And some were like collective projects, but so we'll do that, and we're going to do those every Sunday for a while. And one thing that we wanted to mention is that I think that our numbers are 53% of the people, of the viewers that view us, are not subscribed, which is fine. I think that makes sense if you're just sort of scrolling through and you just watch things. But if you want to know when that posts, you should hit that little subscribe button, and then you get a little ding on your phone, and then you can, that doesn't mean you have to watch it right then, but at least you know that it's in your little, roll, so that you won't miss it. So anyway, mention that. The other thing too was we had another question, and this comes up, I'll bet, at least once a week, when somebody will say, how do I subscribe to your newsletter? And did we answer this last time too? I feel like this comes up a lot. All you have to do is go to our website, fabricpatch.net, and there's a, what's that thing called? The bar up at the top, menu bar. Is it the last one that says newsletter?
One of them.
Up there somewhere it says newsletter. Click on that and come down. Is it still a little picture, Baby Wyatt?
Yeah, you have to go all the way down. You'll see some of the older ones, and
Right
then
in the middle.
Right in the middle of the menu bar
is newsletter. And then when you get to that, scroll down, and then you'll see a little Wyatt picture, and then put your name and your email address in. Or when you place an order, that email address you use, it'll say on the very top email, phone number, and then there's a box that you can check to subscribe to the newsletter also when you check out.
And it's kind of nice. We don't bug you. You get a newsletter every Tuesday in your inbox, and it's like, what, 1 or 2 pages. It's not very much. It kind of just says what's going on, if there's new classes, if there's things happening. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of fun. And there's direct links in that newsletter, which makes things super, super simple for you. But anyway. All right, let's see. And I should mention, part of the reason that I forgot the stuff at home is, did I tell you, do you know that I'm dog sitting?
Oh, yeah, Vinny. He's not at daycare anymore?
He was at daycare while we were gone up at the cabin. And then I pick him up so that he doesn't have to spend the nights there. So, and Vinny is, for those of you guys that know, that have been to the retreat center, you've met our friend Deb Noah. She is a local glass artist.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Really, and she had unexpected family emergency, had to dash out of town, and she left her dog. What is he?
He's some sort of a cow dog.
He's a cow dog.
He looks like a border collie, but he's red.
He's beautiful. Long hair.
Yeah, long hair. Red.
And he is a really nice dog. When we go on walks together, he's fantastic. He and Lizzie play really well. He's great. But, you know, it's a funny thing because when you have kids in your household that don't belong to you, you know, it's super easy. They're totally adaptable. They'll eat whatever. They sit. They do whatever. You can have a conversation with them. It doesn't really make any difference. You know, rules are irrelevant. Kind of. It doesn't really matter.
At Nana's house, rules are irrelevant. That's not who we can.
There's no rules.
You want another cake? Want more s'mores? It's fine.
You didn't like it.
You didn't eat your hamburger. Don't eat that. I told Brittany. I was in trouble.
I don't know why.
Brittany
The cabin's all about
asked,
s'mores.
Were they good? It's like, oh yeah, they were. She's like, okay, good. Because Mom said they were like really good.
They were really good. They were perfect.
I said they didn't. I mean, they had a few things that Uncle Robert had to threaten them about.
Brittany and Jordan were not able to come. Jordan had to be on call for work, but the kids had to come.
Yeah. So, I said, no, they were really good. I said, I don't think anyone got spankings. They got, some stern talking to Uncle Robert, and that usually fixes all of it. I said, but you're lucky we were there. Otherwise, it would have been s'mores and cake all day long. I said,
yes.
Yeah, hamburgers were optional. And I said, luckily we were there. No, you eat all of this.
Well, did you at least take a bite?
I know. Goodness gracious.
Well, they were good.
They
were good. And those sugar highs only last for 15 minutes, and then there's a crash at the end.
That's true.
That's what
I'm banking for.
Anyway, kids were fantastic. Dogs. Oh,
Dogs.
Vinny.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't know where Mom is.
No, he does miss her. But he is a different, Vinny and Deb live alone.
Yeah.
She's had Vinny since puppy, and it's always just been her and him. And so there are things that Vinny does which I was not aware of. So one thing is Vinny lays on the couch.
Oh, really?
He does.
Is it because he's at someone else's house? Okay, Mom, let me do this.
No, I don't think so.
Like, why pulls that?
It's ticked off because I would push him off. It's like, no, you don't get on the couch. And he looked at me, jumped right back up.
Oh.
He was insistent that he was going to sit on the couch. And Lizzie is just sitting there looking at him like, dude,
we don't do that.
You don't get on the couch. And so, anyway, off the couch. The other thing is that he doesn't live with cats.
Oh, probably not.
We have 2 cats.
Yeah. You got one cat that likes to Forrest.
Pretty
sure he's huge.
Forrest does not have claws from a previous owner. And
but confident.
Very confident. And Forrest chases him.
Yeah.
And, but then he wants to chase Oliver.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
And Oliver loves dogs. And probably doesn't understand why you're chasing me.
Yeah. Yeah, Oliver would curl up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is toys. So we have a big basket full of toys. All he wants are the bad things. Oh. He wants me to chase him. So he picked up my shoe.
Oh!
Like, you're not going to chew at my shoe.
But you're going to chase me for it.
And then he'd pick up a sock. Or he'd pick up anything, a dog brush. Anything except a toy.
What a little stinker.
Yeah. And poor Lizzie. Lizzie does not like anybody to be in trouble.
It's just chaos.
And Lizzie, yes. And she doesn't want anybody to be yelled at. She doesn't want anybody to be... And she knows that this was, you cannot chew on that shoe. Or you cannot chew on that sock.
Why didn't you tell Vinny? Are they the same age?
They're the same age. I think Vinny might be a little bit older.
Oh, that might be.
And Lizzie is just like nervous about kissing him. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it.
Don't hit him.
Stop doing it. So then nighttime comes, and Vinny sleeps in a kennel.
Oh, sure.
Which Lizzie thinks is a cage.
Oh, does she whine out there the whole time?
Lizzie is upset. Why did you put him in that? He won't do it again.
Let him out.
And so she's laying with her nose pressed up against.
Let me out.
And she has her paw. And he's like,
Chick, leave me alone. I'm trying to go to bed.
This is my bed. And he's kind of leaning away from her like, you should not be touching my kennel. And so I had to put her bed right next to his bed so she could lay there.
Oh
And
my goodness.
give me these puppy dog eyes, And so then we go to bed, and there's this whimpering, and it's like, okay, which one of you is it?
Stop it!
And of course it's not Vinny. He's like,
It's Lizzie.
I don't know.
We're going to bed.
Brian.
Tell her to stop being crazy.
Yeah, that I'm not in jail. But so anyway, Lizzie thought he was in jail. So I don't know.
funny.
And that was night 1. So I know we'll see what happens. But
I think kennel training is a good idea. We kept wanting to do it with Gage, but we've never kennel trained a dog, so we didn't quite know how to do it, and he grows so fast, and it's like, well, do I really want to spend $85 on a kennel, not a cage, a kennel that will fit him to not know if it'll work? But he's doing really good. After the cabin, he's super tired. But
yeah, he runs nonstop.
he's so tired.
He's a baby.
But the kennel training, I think, is a good thing. I think dogs like it.
Well,
My
Vinny
kids
likes
like
it
the
because
kennels.
Vinny knows that that's his spot.
Yeah.
And Forrest
A
kept
safe place.
chasing him in there. And I think that's what gave Forrest so much fun. That's right.
Get in your cage. To maybe close it.
And then Forrest walks off. This clawless Manx cat that everybody thinks is pregnant.
Pregnant.
No, he's fat.
Yeah. Perfectly round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. So we'll see, but,
Yeah, and I think our problem would be the kids mostly, because even when they go to Tracy's house and Dembe is kennel trained, they want in his cage. They want in the kennel. Just lock me in here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Funny.
Yeah.
Dogs. And Lizzie saw her first cow.
That was pretty funny.
Terrified because the cows, we had left the gate open, and so the free range cattle up there, a mama who was pregnant with 2 probably yearlings came in and
To get something to eat.
just to get something to eat. She would not go outside, didn't want to go to the bathroom, wouldn't leave the cabin, absolutely not, because we of course know that the cows were just eating the grass, but she thinks the cows are smelling, looking for her.
She's quite sure it was a bear, and we're just saying
it was
wrong.
a bear. She's seen a bear, her first bear.
Gage was confidently afraid. He
barks like he's barking at something, but it
Scream.
really is a screaming.
And he's doing this little like.
And did you say he's a blue healer?
Yeah, he's pure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's
Not
Ruger. No. And then there's Ruger, who's
Blue
mixed. He's blue and red, and he's just like kind of Gage's like, dude, chill out, bro.
Calm down.
They poop the prettiest things.
Oh, that's the other thing that happened. Oh man,
Ruger
and we
started
knew
it.
it. We said it at that
Yeah,
morning at
we needed
breakfast.
to
It was
go
like,
get a
oh, the
shovel.
cows were in last night. We're gonna have to get the wheelbarrow, get the shovel. We're gonna have to go find all of it. And within
minutes of saying it.
Minutes.
Because the day before, Ruger had found a rogue pile. I don't know if he went, when we were out on a walk, he found it, and because we just kind of let him wander, but when we call, he always comes back. So he had got it, so he got a bath, but it's out of creek water. And
cold.
So cold.
Like 37-degree water.
Yes, crisp. So it's like, oh, he's not going to do it again. Like, he's learned his lesson.
No, I mean like doused in it.
Yeah.
And Lizzie rolled in it so much it was caked underneath her collar. Just covered in it.
And they were so proud of it.
Rolled and rolled and rolled.
But, yeah, Gage and Benelli never did it, which was good.
No. But, yeah, so they had baths.
And Lizzie did so good. Lizzie, I was impressed. Even how cold that water was, she didn't move.
Lizzie gets a lot of baths, though.
Yeah. But she's really never had frigid baths.
She has not had that cold of a bath before. No, but she gets a bath from the hose water a lot. So it probably wasn't, you're right. It probably wasn't 37 degrees, but she gets cold hose water because we'll go down to the lake.
Yeah.
And she'll roll in goose poop.
Ugh.
And then she comes up and she gets hosed off and shampooed outside, and then we go in and we take a better shower. Mm-hmm. So she's kind of used to that, but yeah, they were impressed. She stands there.
She did really good. As I'm chasing Ruger in a circle. As he's whining. You're going away. I don't want to smell like strawberries. Yeah. And Lizzie's looking at us like, bro.
Hey, it's just a bath.
Don't touch me.
It's all okay. It's all okay.
And she has this look of like, just bliss because she's getting massage. She looks so happy and relaxed, and
Spa day.
there's Ruger
Mm-hmm.
being a big ol' sis about it.
All right. Okay, let's see. I had all these weird little note things that I printed off. One other thing that people had questions of, and again with the tour, we showed this quilt, Carolyn's In Stitches. And again, Carolyn Hutchinson was somebody who used to worked here for quite a few years, has her own little pattern line, and she now moved to be closer to her daughter and grandbaby. And she lives in Boise, and she's teaching over there. Anyway, two things. One thing is people could not find it on the website. We went ahead and put it under shop label patterns, and then that way you can find it. It's not really shop label, but you can identify her with us.
I also put it in the flannel section because there's so many flannel pre-cuts, and this uses pre-cuts.
And that was the other part of the question is somebody said, well, you said layer cake. Don't you mean jelly roll? No, it is a layer cake. So you need 10-inch squares or just whatever, cut up a whole bunch of 10-inch squares. She made, it's kind of not, our sample is out of flannel, but you can do it out of anything. Yeah. Or again, just remember when you have leftover weird fabric, cut it into 10-inch squares. Cut it up. This is a fantastic, super fast pattern. Really, really nice. So those were a couple questions. And somebody said, oh, I'm sure that you meant layer jelly roll. Like 3 people said that. Nope. Yeah. It looks like that. And those strips, if you look again at that, you'll see some of those strips are like 6 inches wide. So that's what it was. All right, let's see. Okay, now on to, I think that was all of our viewer questions. Da-da-da. Update on tours. Oh, this was the other funny thing is today. Today is National Ampersand Day. Do you know what an ampersand is?
No.
It's when you meld and you don't know.
And you don't get your points.
No. Ampersand is the and sign.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why it's a national day, but they picked September 8th.
Maybe to teach us youngins what it's called.
I guess. Ampersand. That would be a really good trivia question. What was it that Nancy won when we won?
Oh, the plastic thingy on your shoelace.
She knew what that was. Mm-hmm. Nancy? She's yelling it into the TV right
now. I have no idea what it was. I was going to remember
like
it.
An anklet, antlet, anglet. Anglet?
Aglet.
Aglet.
The little plastic doohickey at the edge of your shoelace.
It's an aglet.
Yeah.
And an ampersand is the
and
sign.
There you go.
I don't know why it gets a whole day.
When you're on Jeopardy.
It gets a whole day. Yes, there you go. And it used to be the last letter of the alphabet.
Really?
Yeah. And it's technically, if you look at it, it's an E and a T together.
Sure.
Et, which is and. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. All the things you wanted to know. But what I noticed was that yesterday was National Beer Lovers Day.
Oh. There you go.
And September 9th is, tomorrow is National Teddy Bear Day and Wiener Schnitzel Day.
Wiener Schnitzel. We gotta go to Odessa.
Yes, for a
Go
Wiener Schnitzel, which is not a Wiener. We've had that discussion.
No.
It's not. It's veal. So anyway, just so you did, in case you didn't know. September 12th is National Hug and High Five Day.
Hey, there we go.
I know. But I don't know. Can you do National Hug Day during COVID? You're supposed to have 16 a day. But it's also, I feel like somebody must have thought about this because it's not also, same day, is National Hug Your Hound Day.
Oh, hug your hound.
16 times.
Oh, my
dogs don't like it.
I don't think so. My dogs hate it.
Yeah, dogs don't like hugs.
I mean, they take it.
Yes, but they feel like there's something wrong. It's not a lovey thing like we like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's what it is. National Hug Your Hound Day and National Hug and High Five Day. So
there you go.
Hug responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to, pre-COVID, what was it? Millie Road Armor would come in. And what was the number? 16.
16 a day.
16 hugs a day to be healthy. Mm-hmm. And she'd make her rounds.
Yes.
Everybody get in on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we have plastic sheeting.
Wear your ponchos.
Air hugs. Air hugs are not the same thing.
No.
Not the same thing. All right. Okay, so National Charity Day. So let's talk about that. So what we did, and again, You don't do emails, so you know about all this, right?
I do not.
I'm going to tell you.
Tell me.
I'm going to fill you all in. So here's what happened. Last Wednesday, we talked about the fact that Sunday was National Charity Day.
Right.
And we did a special little video about it and said, hey, it's National Charity Day, so 25% of our sales for Sunday will go to the charity of your choice. So what we had said on the video and said everywhere where we talked about it was that we would do the top seven. How many of us work here? 7 people. And
Including Eliza.
8, including Eliza. Top 8. And we would, something is happening.
Is it mine?
I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so we were going to choose 8 people, and 8 charities. Each person was going to pick their own. We were going to announce those today, and then let you guys pick who gets it. Well,
We got our emails done.
we did. I looked at what I did do is I looked at on the orders. People had written them on their orders what they wanted.
Smart.
I perused through the emails of ones that I thought looked like that. And then I also went onto the YouTube to look at all of the comments. So here's what happened. Everybody, I just have to say, this is always how it is quilters are the nicest people. The boys, the guys, are travel agent people. I truly understand that now. It's just who a quilter is. You know, I think all of us have that same sort of personality. So what was really nice is that so many people said, whatever you pick. Whatever you pick, just make sure it's for kids, or, my vote would be anything for dogs, so they would have some suggestions, but it was a funny thing that it was an overwhelming response for animals, children, and veterans.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody
So
said.
I would have guessed you.
And so there was a lot of like generic kind of responses that said, well, your local animal shelters, and they are overwhelmed with needs, and especially people that got a pet for COVID because they were home and now they went back to work, and so now they have more pets there. And so, doing shout outs for that. The standard food bank one, always. The veterans and the children.
A little addendum to your your outreach centers. I know ours, if you contact them, they have Amazon wish lists that you can shop on Amazon and just ship it directly to them. They have a running wish list that is, they use wood pellets instead of actual cat litter because of weird foot injuries for kittens. Their dog food, their soft food for their old dogs, certain maybe puppy pad kind of things. But yeah, ours has a running.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So call them or check them out on Facebook, check them out online. There, it's always towards the bottom of their page is check out our wish list. It's always on Amazon because you can just shop for it, put a little well-wish note if you want to or not, and it goes right to their door. And you can do your own donation that way.
Yeah. That is a really good thing to know, because those were the two things as I thought, well, the whole thing with food banks and animal shelters is it is such a local thing. If there's some way, to do and we should do that here. We should do a canned food drive again for our food banks. I think that they're finally getting kind of replenished again a little bit, but there have been a lot of local drives, but what happens is this whole thing, we kind of remember, forget. So locally, I think that those are really good things. The other thing is Project Linus. We personally do a ton for Project Linus. We have an area where we collect the quilts and we donate backings and battings and all kinds of stuff, and baby samples. Our local chapter, Belinda does a really, really good job with our local Linus chapter. And then the other thing that everybody mentioned and kept mentioning was Wounded Warriors and Quilts of Valor.
Yep.
We want to add a picture. We'll add the picture at the end. So our, I think we've decided to call them the guys instead of the boys. John Heinrich and Ray Evertson, they are our travel guys that put together our tour package for our river cruise, and they're the ones that are have put together the package for the Mediterranean. And if you have questions about that, that link is on our website, right?
Click the Cruise with Us tab.
And somebody else had asked about that. How can the price be so? It's a fantastic price for a 10-day Mediterranean cruise. It's like $3,800, and it's because my understanding is like they get them wholesale, and then they put this whole package together. So that's why it works, and that's why you get it. When we're going as a group, it's less money for everybody. But anyway, they do Wounded Warriors, and for every ticket that they sell, there's a portion of their proceeds go to Wounded Warriors. It's something that they do. John is Army and Ray is Air Force, and when we were on the cruise, they got their very first, not only very first quilt ever, but of course their very first Quilts of Valor.
Yeah.
So we were super excited to gift that to them. And so we'll add pictures of them with their, they made us take out the part where they were tearing up. Their eyes were watering just a little.
Yeah.
So it was very sweet. Super, super sweet. So anyway, so Quilts of Valor, we participate in that all the time. Brianna's senior project was local Quilts of Valor,
63.
263 was her senior project. And she was on, you were on Fons and Porter.
I was.
Yeah, interviewed on Fons and Porter. So that was a long time ago, probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, I just had my 10-year. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years ago. So anyway, so we continue. We absolutely support Quilts of Valor, absolutely support Wounded Warriors. The other thing that we're going to do with the guys is that as they have a Wounded Warrior that they're helping and taking on a cruise, we're going to send them a quilt. I'm sure they have a local chapter, but we're sort of connected, so we're just going to ship that to them with their label on that. So Quilts of Valor, Wounded Warriors, Project Linus, animal shelters, food banks. So then we get down to which ones were the ones where somebody specifically named something. And I have to tell you, there was not that many. So instead of voting it up for you guys, we're going to separate them all out. And so these are the ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5, and we're going to do, and we actually raised enough money to do about $600. But what we're going to do is for these 5, we're going to do a $200 donation to each of these 5. So we're going to bump it up a little bit. So the first one was Judith Schuler of Kentucky. She, hers was Autism Speaks.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think that that's really nice. I think that, and in fact, what was really nice about Judith, she bought tons of just extra supplies. She got Orifil thread, she got blades, she got stuff she needed because she wanted to make sure that 25% of her purchase went towards a charity. She was very gracious about all of it, but that is a really good one. I think we know people with autism, with nonverbal autistic people, and so they're always looking for some help there. So we're going to donate to Autism Speaks. The other one is Christine Lieber. She is a really good customer. We see orders come through for her all the time. And she has talked about this a couple times, is the bunnies.
Yes, the bunnies.
The bunnies. There's like a bunny rescue place in Las Vegas.
Yes, because she sent me an email, one of the emails I've opened, when we were talking about when I wanted to get the kids bunnies instead of a dog. That I felt like that would be a really good starting point for a pet because they're pretty easy. You know, they're like a cat, but it takes a little bit more, you know, teaching how to clean out their cage, make sure you feed them, give them something special. And she had emailed me, oh, you can just rescue bunnies. Like, that was awesome. Yeah. Because we have very fond memories of Sir Poopsalat.
Sir Poopsalat. He was a handsome devil.
Yes, he was.
He pooped a lot. And so we appreciate that. But that's a funny thing. So it's in Vegas, and I think it's called, and I need to clarify this, and Christine will probably give you a quick call, but I think it's called Rusty and Furry Friends, Furry Friends?
Furry friends? Friends?
Friends. Oh, Furrens. F-U-R-Rens.
Friends.
Friends. I get it. Rusty Friends. Anyway, it's in Vegas. It is a bunny rescue place, and she doesn't have a, what is it, 503C, 501C?
Whatever, yeah.
Whatever it is. She's just, operating through the kindness of others, and so we're going to send her a check. And maybe what we can do is we can find out the website and maybe link that.
We should link all of them. I'll try to link everybody.
We will link all of them.
We'll link
so
all of them.
Autism Speaks, Rusty and Friends. We'll see how close I was. Probably not very. The other one, and this was, oh gosh, I didn't write down. Teresa retreats with us from Tri-Cities. Comes in February. Sorry. Totally escapes me. Hers was, it's called Mirror Ministries, and it's just a very small Christian charity that is based out of Kennewick, Washington, and it is specifically for helping kids that have been part of the sex trafficking trade. So anyway, they have a very specific ministry there that they are working on. So yeah, so we're gonna do theirs. The other one was Wings of Rescue. So these guys, and I've heard of them before, and Wings of Rescue, they are, they fly pets from natural disaster areas to areas where they can house animal shelters. So like down with Ida, everything flooding. So they go in, they get all of those pets that are in all of those local animal shelters and fly them up to, Illinois or someone who can take them. And that's what they do, is they get out all of the animals that otherwise, they're in a cage, what's going to happen. So and that's kind of you never think about who does that sort of thing and where those go. So that's Wings of Rescue. And then the other one, and I think that they sometimes get a lot of press, but I just thought, I think it is really good, is Doctors Without Borders. They do
I feel like that would be you if you didn't have kids.
Absolutely, I would do that. I would do that. In fact, we were planning before we had kids. I was going to go to Haiti.
Yeah.
And I was going to go down and help in Haiti. And we were nervous about me going because we thought I was going to bring home a baby. And then even after I had babies and my babies were older, I was going to go again. And it was the same thing. And my friend Terry Gates said, "Oh, Cindy, you'll bring you need to be careful. Home. You'll bring kids home. It's life changing." And but I think that's true. I think that you go down and help these kids that need things. And so anyway, so it was all about kids, animals, and vets.
There you go.
That was the whole and I think that was everything on kids, animals, and vets. That's what we care about. Yep. And the local food bank. So anyway, so we are going to we will put all 5 of those links below. We are going to contribute to all 5 of those. And I love the idea about Amazon wish list for your local pet shelter. Yeah. I hope they all do that.
Yeah, I think they should.
If they don't, tell them
to do that.
That's a great idea.
Because our local one, they do that. I don't know why I'm friends with them on Facebook, because it's, Robert, look at this dog. And don't look at this dog, but look at this dog. But yeah, it's really nice, because they'll ask for things, because they're totally nonprofit. Everybody who works there is charity, the whole shebang. So, but yeah, they'll say, check
another
out.
place I would never be able to go.
I know. So they'll ask for things, and everyone donates. Big businesses, farm hands. You all of a sudden see, and Microsoft sent this, or and Kale's Farm sent this. So it's really nice.
Fun.
They do shout outs so that you know who your local people are actually contributing to. So it's really fun. And yeah, they do have a Amazon wish list that's just always running. As they need certain things to help with certain things. They do fundraisers for when they have a dog that has, some of them were left for dead. Someone finds them and brings them to the outreach. They do fundraisers to get them, vet costs and all of that. So check out your local pet shelter.
Just a really good tip.
Yeah.
And the adoption thing there, we've talked before about the news, and and a lot of people say the same thing, that all of us that used to be news junkies, that you just can't watch the news anymore. It's just too and too much the same thing. It's just constant barrage of the same horrible stuff. But anyway, there is this it's called the Good News Network. And so, and it's fun, but that's the other fun thing is that almost all the stories are about animals and kids.
Yeah.
Kids who do fantastic things, and animals, and, you know, vets, and poor people that suddenly make it rich, you know, for some reason or whatever. So it really is good stuff, but that made me think about it. They have this special feature where it's before and after pictures of adopted animals.
I thought that was great.
Oh, I just love those.
Yeah.
They come and they're all, you know, rat-tatty and who knows what, and then they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snuggled on the bed next to their favorite person. Or,
Yeah. It's so nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
Super nice. All right. All right. I've been doing all the yakking. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
Got my laundry done.
Oh, cabin laundry.
It's a lot.
Stinky.
And dirty. Sand and dirt and pine needles. Found some rocks and Riot's pockets.
Lots of rocks. Lots of rocks. Lots of pine cones.
Lots
bugs.
of fun.
There was
love
a
it.
lot of caterpillars.
Yeah. They were asking when we made it. We didn't even make it, I think, to Brewster. And Wyatt was asking, can we go back? Do we really? Do we have to go home? Yeah, Daddy has to go to work. And even this morning, they're crying because we're going to daycare. And they actually do like daycare, but crying. And we get there, and Wyatt's like, I just want to go to the cabin. Can I go to Nana's house and go to the cabin?
Go to the cabin.
It's like, well, we'll be there. We'll be soon.
No,
We'll
it's all
go
of
back.
the bug hunting.
Yeah, and just, boy life. Digging holes, running in the dirt, rolling in the dirt.
We built a teepee.
That's pretty fun.
We built a teepee. Found a Jerusalem cricket.
Yep.
That was pretty fun.
Lots of fun stuff.
Did I tell you that Marian McMichael, you guys met her probably 2 Sundays ago, emailed me and said that, because I keep talking about a glow bug, a lightning bug. What are they called? Firefly. I have to see a firefly. I've never seen one before. She said that the female ones do not fly. They're called glow bugs.
Oh.
They don't fly. Only the males fly, and they're called lightning bugs. They're not called fireflies.
Interesting.
I wonder if that's regional. She's from Georgia.
Well, Princess and the Frog, they'd be wrong. There's a whole family just
Mom
flying down the
flies?
swamp. And Grandma and
I don't
the
think
baby
that's right.
girls. I know. It's great, though.
And
They're
that's in what? And that's in what?
And Princess and the Frog, a Disney movie. They're singing down the
I
swamp.
would think that Disney should try to be accurate.
The kids just want to catch a tune. It's pretty catchy.
Crocodiles talks.
And plays some jazz
Crocodiles
and
talk.
music.
And plays jazz. Well, see, I think that's actual.
Yeah, totally. And
They're from
female
the South,
fireflies
after all. It's
fly.
well,
Good to note that was not correct.
Mike Holmes. I'm coming to your house.
We're gonna pitch a tent.
Pitch tent
Well,
in
I
your
won't,
backyard.
but, yeah.
I'm coming. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna pitch a tent. We're sleeping on the couch, though.
On the floor. Anywhere.
No. All right, we'll see you guys tonight for box opening. Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.
That's mine. So Blake is calling. I'll call So Blake back.
So Blake is calling?
I don't know. Someone ripped off cake. Weird.
Who do you know in Soap Blake?
I don't know. You? Calling from inside the house.
Oh no! Anyway, okay, so tell us what you saw.
A beaver cut off a tree.
A beaver cut off the tree?
Yeah.
With what? What did he use to cut down the tree?
His teeth.
His teeth. He has big teeth?
Yeah.
Ah, so
I
Justin,
showed him-
wait, we just want to confirm the story. Justin Bieber cut down a tree with his big teeth. All right, got you. Thank you. This is Eyewitness News from the woods.